Hi everyone, this video is going to talk about our week 2 discussion forum. So I'll just briefly go over the assignment and the expectations. And as always, after watching this video, if you still have questions, reach out, let me know. I'll do my best to get those answered in a timely fashion. So in this week, we were in chapter 1 of your textbook looking at the nature of addiction. So that's really the information that we're going to be using. Please incorporate your supplemental course materials as well. You read through the Surgeon General's report, you watched that video with Gabor Mate. So look at some of that content too to help justify your answer. Remember that I guess my best advice for participating in these forums and getting a good grade on them is to really go back to the week 1 content. I'm going to just do that now. So we're going to go back to the week 1 content. I'm going to scroll down here and look at for how to really look at our forum discussions information, specifically how to format and the grading criteria. So click on this. This is exactly how I am going to be grading these. So if you want a good grade on these, you're going to see, that I'm going to get 7 to 8 points if I incorporate multiple sources into my discussion and I stay on topic. I'm going to get another 4 points if if my responses look this way. So be sure to really familiarize yourself with this grading rubric, because that is what I will be using to grade all of your forum posts. Okay. So let's get back into the week 2 assignment and let's talk about what we're doing. So in your initial primary post, which needs to be posted by Wednesday, September 7th, you're going to write 1, 2, and 3 and answer these questions. So number 1, have you been addicted to any substance or behavior, or have you thought you should make changes? Question number 2, did you seek help or naturally recover? Explain. And question number 3, how do you think your knowledge about addiction will help others who are addicted or who suffer from a substance use disorder or other addictive disorder? I do want to talk about self-disclosure, and a lot of the forum posts in this class are self-reflective in nature. And so I think there's 2 things to consider. One is your personal comfort level. What is my personal comfort level in typing this up and posting this here for all of my classmates to see? And maybe I don't, trust the privacy of this class. That's okay. Put out there enough information that allows you to feel comfortable. There's no piece of this, you still get to feel comfortable and secure and safe. And part of that is only sharing what you're comfortable with. You might have a big story and a lot of thoughts on this topic, but how do I talk about it in an academic way where I'm comfortable in this setting? So if you need help sussing that out, guess what? I'm here for that. I'm a resource for that. But I want to let you know that I do not expect you to post things that make you uncomfortable. My second comment on that is on the oversharing piece of it. We want to make sure that we're staying on topic and that we're being relevant. So we also, as aspiring LACs, we also need to learn boundaries about our stories and how what we share impacts other people. So we also don't want to, we want to provide enough information and enough context so that people understand where we're coming from, but we don't need to go into the nitty details of it as well. So again, if you have questions about, wow, what might those boundaries look like? This is what I was thinking. Katie, is this appropriate? Reach out to me ahead of time. Know that, you have to ask these questions before the assignments are due so that we have plenty of time to talk through them. But I'm really this is professional development, right? I want to help develop you. So if you have those questions, reach out and let me know. And I guess my third point is just to speak on confidentiality again. This is reflective and we all have personal stories around substance use, whether it's us personally, a family member, a friend, a community, whatever that might be. I think that you'd be hard pressed to find anybody who wasn't touched by this topic in some way. So it can be very personal, and it's really important for us to respect the experiences and the sharing of our peers, because that's how we're going to learn and grow together, is by learning from each other. So that's your primary post. Then by Friday, September 9th, you need to write a minimum of 2 response posts. And your response posts for this week are, what you're doing is you're really working on furthering the conversation. So if we were in a class together and I got up and I shared my 1, 2, and 3 in my primary post, my response to my classmate might be, wow, you know what? I've had a similar experience and this was it. Or I'm going to give you an empathetic statement responding to your story. Maybe I haven't experienced it, but that sounds really challenging and difficult, and this is why. And I want to remind you that we are in an academic class, so part of the assignment requires you to incorporate course content into these posts. So be sure, whether it's your primary post or your response post, that you're doing this, but you're also incorporating course content to support your opinions or what you are sharing in class. That demonstrates that you are starting to use outside resources to really further that discussion and to really lead and guide your practice, okay? So confidentiality, again, here is a link to the full confidentiality kind of policy or guidelines that you reviewed during week 1 of class, and the grading criteria. So again, here's a link to the grading criteria that I reviewed at the beginning of this video. So when you are ready, you just click this link and you will post your discussion here. Please note that after you post your discussion, it takes Moodle about 15 minutes to update before you'll be able to see your classmates' posts. So that's it for this video. As always, head on over to the homepage, ask questions there, or drop me an email if you have some specific questions that you would like me to answer. Thanks for watching.